down and listen to my story about a man named Jed. A poor mountaineer barely kept his family fed. And then one day he was shooting at some food, and up through the ground come a bubbling crude oil, that is, black gold, Texas tea. Well, the first thing you know, old Jed's a millionaire. The kinfolk said, Jed, move away from there. Said, California is the place you ought to be. So they loaded up the truck and they moved to Beverly Hills, that is, swimming pools, movie stars.
The Beverly Hillbillies.
Look out, dragons! Here I come! Yee-haw! Yee-haw!
Mr. Clampett, we have to get back to the United States right away. What's the hurry? I just found out this castle has $10 million in death duties. Well, doggies. And you want to hurry back and put it in your bank, huh? You don't get the money, you have to pay it. How come? Because of the death of your distant cousin, the late Marcus. Well, I hear tell he was a pretty old fella. I don't hardly think it's my fault he died. The $10 million is a tax which you'll have to pay if you stay here. You have to leave here and go home now, today. I'd like to talk that over with the rest of the family. How's that look, Mr. Drysdale? Like $10 million? Well, thank you.
Jed, let's pack up and get home. We don't belong in no castle.
Oh, Granny, I love you.
What is it about this England that turns every man into a sexagenarian?
Now, hold on. Ellie Mae ain't found herself a feller, and Jethro ain't found what he's after neither. I'll find Ellie a fella. Now, what's Jethro after? A dragon. A dragon? You promised Granny we'd have dragon jowls tonight. Yes, dragons are mythical. Jethro! 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 I wonder what he meant by that.
I don't know, but I seen a picture of a dragon. And if that Jethro brings in one of them fire-belching lizards into my kitchen, he's gonna clean it.
Yeah! Hey, Granny! Uncle Jed!
Look at that darn fool riding around in his night clothes. Let's go home, Jed.
Now, wait, Granny. The boy sounds happy. Maybe he jumped a dragon too big to tote home. Jump any dragons, boy?
No, sir.
Let's pack and go home, Jed.
We can't, Granny. I've done declared war on the next castle. What? Yeah. Us and the folks that lives in that castle over the ridge is going to fight the War of the Roses.
What roses?
The ones I rode through. They sicked their dog on me, so I challenged him. Now he's going over there and pillage them rascals. That's a feudal system.
You mean we're gonna feud them?
Yeah.
Is it legal here in England?
To us castle folks, it's a way of life.
Now, this is what I call a civilized country. Jed?
Now, hold on, you two. I didn't come 5,000 miles to go to scrapping with my neighbor.
Well, we can't get out of it now, Uncle Jed. I done throw down the gauntlet.
Well, pick it up and pack it, because we's going home. Come on down, Ellie. We're leaving.
But I ain't coming all night yet, huh?
Never mind.
Sire, when we go to feuding with the next castle, well, we'll capture Ellie tonight. Then if he don't want to marry the dumb old damsel, well, we'll put thumb screws on him and torture him.
Ain't gonna be no thumbscrew wedding in this family. Now, get back.
Oh, please, Jed. We ain't had a decent feud since we left the hills.
And it's gonna stay that way. I ain't about to start no World War III twixt England and Bug Tussle. Now, get.
Now, stop. I know we're all a bit down in the mouth about closing up the castle.
Mr. Faversham, sir, where will we all go to?
Mr. Drysdale has suggested debtor's prison.
Really?
No, Gerald. Mr. Clampett has arranged that we shall all get our back wages. Let it come now. Now, let's give them a pleasant send.
We's leaving, Mr. Domo.
Faversham, madam.
Faversham to you, too. Yeah, Faversham, everybody. And another thing. You tell them goomers at the next castle that it wasn't my idea to crawfish out of our feud. My Nick, we can lick them any day in the week. And I'll bet you, our rabble can beat their rabble. Yeah.
That's enough. You women folks get in the car. Mr. Domo, I know how much you and Mr. Jenkins and these folks enjoys living in the castle, so here's a little something for you.
Oh, thank you very much indeed, sir. On behalf of us all, $10 million.
Well, that's what Mr. Drysdale said was owed on the place.
Mr. Drysdale knows about this?
Them stains on there is his tears.
Goodbye, old friend. Goodbye, sir.
Not you, the check. Well, Faversham, everybody. Come on, Jethro.
Just dropped me off at Sherwood Forest.
What are you talking about?
Robin Hood was born of the purple, lived in a castle just like me. He was robbed of his birthright, and I've been robbed of mine. So I'm getting me some merry men and taking off for the wood.
The only thing you're taking off is them red long johns.
Be careful, sire. Us merry outlaws praise on you rich folks.
Get moving, boy.
You better stay out of Sherwood Forest. Yeah. Wait till Friar Tuck hears about this.
Well, yonder's Miss Jane to meet us. Howdy, Miss Jane.
Welcome home, everybody!
Miss Jane, I don't see nothing of Jethro and Mr. Drysdale.
Well, the truck's a bit slower than my car, Mr. Clampett, but they'll get home all right. Granny, you haven't said one word since we left the airport.
Well, I'll say one now. Chicken.
I don't want you to start up about that feud.
What feud?
Jethro got into a little ruckus with the folks at the next castle.
How did that happen?
They set the dogs on him for running dragons through their roses.
We could have whooped the tar out of them. Captured me a handsome knock.
I don't want to hear no more about what happened in that castle.
Castle? The folks in England is probably calling it the Chicken House. Home of Lord Lily Liver.
All right.
Beverly Hills, Yellow Beth.
Now, that's enough. Come on in, Miss Jane.
Oh, I'd better hurry back to the office, Mr. Clampett. Apparently Jethro dropped the chief off back there.
Well, we sure do thank you for picking us up.
My pleasure. It's good to have you home. Bye.
Faversham.
Faversham?
Oh, that's what they say in the old country.
You're in for it now, Wolf. You done throwed me off my throne.
Jethro, get that stupid-looking thing off the truck.
You heard him. Get off the truck.
I'm talking about that throne and all this other junk.
Junk? This here's trappings of royalty.
We done left that royalty nonsense behind us. Now, tote them suitcases in the house.
You show me in the Magna Charta where it says that I got to tote suitcases.
Magna Charta.
Man, don't you know nothing about English history? Old King Cole was a merry old soul till he had to sign that rascal.
Lord, we is back in the United States now. You fetch them suitcases in the house and get all this stuff off the truck.
Watch out, Tyrant. You're oppressing me. Our royal blood is commencing to heat up.
Like I tell you, or your royal britches is going to heat up. Drysdale, come on in and have a cup of coffee.
Stand fast, Oak. You're coming to the forest and be one of my merry men.
No, thanks. I don't feel merry.
Oh, he's going to rob the rich.
Forget it. The government beat us to it.
Come on. Connect me with that castle. I done told you. The one with the dragon tracks through the rose garden.
Granny, what are you up to?
I'm saving us from being the laughing stock of England.
Granny, I told you we ain't going back there and feud with them folks.
I'm gonna dare them to come over here and fight.
Excuse the call, man.
Jethro, your Uncle Chicken is shaming us in the eyes of the whole world. Talk to him.
I'm through talking to that tyrant. From now on, my longbow's gonna do my talking. Me and my merry men is gonna feud with the rich and feed the poor. And if you want to join me, get into a suit of Lincoln green.
I like the notion, but can't we wear Jeff Davis gray?
Ready? Get a hold to yourself. We got company. Take Mr. Drysdale out to the kitchen, fix him a cup of coffee. I'll join you directly.
Yes, do that. Oh, I got a tax angle on the castle. We'll turn it into a parking lot and take a business depreciation.
There goes the last shred of my birthright. The home of my noble ancestors. A parking lot.
Help, save me.
Ellie Mae, how come you're wearing your damsel in distress outfit? We ain't got no silo for you to holler from.
Well, I know, Pa. I figured Bess and me'd climb to the top of the big elm tree out front.
I don't hardly think I would in that pretty dress. And I believe I'd change partners, too.
Listen, if you want a fella, join me in the forest. I'm gonna be knee-deep in merry men.
They as good as knives?
Bitter. That armor ain't worth shucks for snuggling.
I say I'm challenging you to a feud. A real gun-toting, sharpshooting fight to the finish.
Granny, I told you we ain't feuding that castle.
I'm talking to Miss Drysdale next door.
Right in front of her husband?
It was him put me up to it.
Excuse the call, man.
All in fun. Margaret loves practical jokes. Now, about that castle. I've got to get my money, I mean, your money out of it.
Drysdale, I don't want it turned into no parking lot.
Well, I have a better idea. A movie theater. Great tourist attraction. Like Brahmin's Chinese with footprints in the cement in front. Famous names like Good Luck Jed, signed Henry VIII.
Drysdale, I reckon you and Granny and Jethro is all a mite overwrought from our trip. Now, you get a good night's rest, and all these crazy notions about the castle and feuding and Robin Hood and all... From Jethro. Says, Dear Tyrant, I am off for the woods to rob the rich and buy back my birthright. From now on, we is blood enemies to the death. P.S. Please send my 50 cents allowance.
Call me Jethro, I'm Robin Hood.
Well, okay, Robin Hood. Bessie sees somebody a-coming.
Not Bessie, Little John.
Anyway, somebody's a-coming.
Forsooth, I hope it's a fat merchant with a big bag of farthings.
Me too, I'm hungry.
Farthings is money, you dumb old maid Marian. Let's hide and waylay that rich rascal.
Buddy, I don't think we should stay here. My mother wouldn't like it.
With your mother, I wouldn't like it either.
My folks still don't trust you. Daddy calls you that hippie creep.
Baby, what do I have to do for that old grouch? I mean, I put on shoes, some nice threads, even cut my hair.
Oh, it's just that this isn't going anywhere. Honey, you know how I feel about you. It's just for my folks, you're a little too far out.
Baby, if I get any square, they'll stone me off the Sunset Strip. I'm a changed man. You know something? I feel great. Yep, I feel just...
What's the matter?
Tell her, baby, what color is Cupid?
Who?
Cupid, you know, that little cat that flies around making people fall in love.
Well, I guess he's pink and white and has wings and a bow and arrow.
I buy the bow and arrow, but he's red and black and wears a green hat.
Crazy.
Don't tell me, baby. I see the little grabber. Just look right up there. Now he's gone.
And you want me to think you've changed.
Honestly, baby, I'm leveling. I saw a little... Huh?
That sign we saw, it said this was Griffith Park.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it wasn't Sherwood Forest.
Baby, that's Robin Hood's bag.
Yeah, I know. But he's here.
Robin Hood? That's nutty.
Tell me, honey, I see the big grabber.
What?
Do you see Robin Hood?
Yeah.
Wearing tights, great build.
Yeah.
Now, don't get jealous, honey, but physically, he's my kind of man.
Mine too, baby. Mine too. Stand and deliver.
I lay all the blame on you, Jed. If we had stayed in England and feuded with that next castle like we were honor-bound to do, Ellie Mae and Jethro wouldn't be out there in the woods cold and hungry and probably being ate by the wolves.
If Jethro's hungry, you better worry about the wolves.
Ain't you got no feelings?
Of course I got feelings. I called Miss Jane. She's on her way over here. We're going to pick up Duke and go out and track him down.
Duke's gone too. Not that you need him. Just look for buzzards circling the sky.
Yeah, Granny.
Poor Jethro. He wanted to stay and fight. But you snatched him from the castle and drove him out into the woods in shame.
Oh, boy.
What?
Oh, nothing.
Well, it's you that will have to take his body back to the hills and tell his poor old ma how her only son give his life for the honor of the family.
Bill, enough coffee. How about a bite to eat?
Did you hear that? His nephew laying out there dying in the woods, and he's guzzling coffee and stuffing himself with food. Innocent boy, born to the purple, robbed of his birthright, and forced to turn Robin Hood in the bloom of his golden youth. Oh, the shame of it. The giant gizzard has cleaned me out. Wait till I get my hands on him. I'll show him who struck me.
Careful, Granny. That poor, brave, innocent boy was born to the purple.
Well, I'm going to give him a few more colors like black and blue. He even took my fresh smoked crawdads.
Ready to go, Mr. Clampett?
Yes, ma'am. Be right with you.
I couldn't find Duke.
Jethro's probably ate him.
I'm sure the boy isn't starving.
You can bet on that. Well, see you later, Granny.
Wait. I'll get a club and go with you.
Hey, y'all getting hungry? Yeah, man.
He likes to be called Robin Hood.
Verily and forsooth, Robbie Baby.
What type of freak out is this, anyway?
I don't know what the big cat's got going. But the chick and the chimp are having a banana turn-on.
You and Little John keep watch. Hey, listen. If I untie you and feed you, will you promise to join my band?
Sure. What kind of music you play?
I need my band to marry men. We're fixing to take stuff from the rich and give it to the poor.
Crazy.
I'll buy that.
There's plenty of Granny's victuals in the basket.
Plenty of what?
Granny's victuals. Sow belly, chitlins, marinated mudcat, and deviled hawk egg.
That sounds pretty wild.
Oh, what's really wild is the way she smokes crawdads.
You ever smoke crawdads, Robin Hood?
Well, sure.
I knew he was on something.
Any crawdads in there? No, they's all gone. But I reckon I can find some along the creek. Oh, is that where they grow? Yeah. I'll go find some and help you smoke them.
No, thank you.
I'll try a few puffs.
Buddy?
Okay, forget the crawdads. You're missing a real treat. Some other time.
Jethro, I mean Robin Hood.
Yeah!
I see Miss Jane's a-coming. Pa and Granny's with her.
Oh, they's come to get us. You run up to the road and stop them. Tell them you ain't seen nothing of us.
Gotcha, Robbie.
You help me put some brush in front of the truck, and then we'll hide.
Just the two of us?
Well, yeah. Bessie and Ellie can hide in the tree. I mean, they can...
By the way, is she your girlfriend?
No, I don't date no ape.
I mean the girl.
No, that's my dumb old cousin.
Good. Let's hide, Pa.
Say, maybe you can help me. I'm lost.
Looking for a barber shop, are you?
No, man, I'm looking for the zoo.
It's just over the hill.
Speaking of the zoo, you seen anything of a two-legged giant gizzard around here?
Granny, you'll confuse a boy.
Are you Granny?
Yeah.
You the one who smokes crawdads?
Yeah. How'd you know?
Oh, I heard. You got me on you?
No. Jethro took 'em all.
That's the boy we're looking for. He's dressed like Robin Hood, toting a bow and arrow. He's got a pretty girl, a hound dog, and an ape with him.
Sounds groovy. How'd he get on that kid?
He means, how did it all start?
Oh, well, we was at a castle in England, and Jethro went out in his night suit and chased some dragons through this rose garden.
Tell me something, old-timer. Do you smoke crawdads?
Yeah.
How about you?
No, not I.
I'm glad you're driving. Would you drop me off at the Sunset Strip? I gotta tell my friends about it.
Certainly, hop in.
Thank you.
You're gonna get them to help you look for Robin Hood, huh?
Sure, Daddy, sure. Tell me, Granny, how long since you smoked a crawdad?
Smoked some this morning when we flew in from England.
Did you use a plane?
Of course.
I'd like to hear your version of this Robin Hood story.
Well, it really started back at the castle when that big dragon dog ate Cousin Marcus.
Get me to the strip, baby. I gotta spread the word about Robin Hood and the crawdads.
Now it's time to say goodbye to Jed and all his kin. They would like to thank you folks for kindly dropping in. You're all invited back next week to this locality to have a heaping helping of their hospitality. Hillbilly, that is. Set a spell. Take your shoes off. Y'all come back now. Here.
This has been a Filmways presentation.
Viacom.